My fiancé declared, "I'm too good for your family's cheap restaurants." At my grandmother's 90th birthday dinner, I said, "You're absolutely right." Then I made sure she never had to lower her standards again by canceling the wedding next morning. Her tune changed when my fiancé Bethany destroyed our engagement with one sentence at my grandmother's 90th birthday dinner. Grandma Elena is a first-generation immigrant who built 3 restaurants from nothing, starting with the original location in 1978. It's not fancy red checkered tablecloths, photos from the old country, and a menu that hasn't changed in decades, but to us, it's sacred ground. For her 90th, Grandma wanted everyone at that original spot. Bethany knew the story how my grandparents saved for 5 years, how my mom grew up in that kitchen, how every major announcement happened at table 12. She knew this place helped raise me after my father died. Bethany showed up late, head-to-toe designer like she was walking into a gala, not a family celebration. At the door, she wrinkled her nose. "This is it? I thought we were going to the nice location uptown." We sat, and the food rolled out. Grandma's meatballs, lasagna that wins awards, bread from the same supplier since 1982. Bethany pushed her plate away. "I'm on a cleanse. This is too heavy," she announced. Then my 5-year-old cousin knocked over his juice, and it splashed her purse. "Are you kidding me?" she snapped. "That bag is $3,000. Who lets a child run wild like this?" The room went silent. Apologies flew. Bethany raised her voice. "This is why I said we should have done this at an actual nice restaurant, not somewhere people drag screaming kids." I watched Grandma's face fall like someone had slapped her. Bethany wasn't done. "Honestly, Thomas," she said, loud enough for the next table, "I'm too good for your family's cheap restaurants. This place hasn't been updated since the 70s. The food is basically peasant food, and the clientele," she flicked her hand at the other diners' regulars who have kept those doors open for 45 years. "When we have kids, they're not eating here. I won't have them thinking this is acceptable dining." I stood up, calm. "You're absolutely right." She smiled, thinking she'd won. "Finally, let's go to that sushi place downtown." "No," I said. "You're right that you're too good. Too good for my family. Too good for our history. Too good for the woman who built everything that paid for the ring on your finger." Her face changed. "Thomas, I didn't mean." Everyone heard exactly what you meant. Grandma had tears in her eyes. My mom held her hand. I kissed Grandma's forehead and whispered, "She's gone tomorrow, I promise." Then I walked out of my grandmother's 90th birthday dinner. Bethany texted all night. "That was dramatic. You embarrassed me. We need to talk." I didn't respond. At 9 a.m., I started canceling everything. Venue, florist, photographer, DJ, caterer. $8,000 in deposits gone. Worth it. I packed her things, every dress, shoe, and accessory except my ring, into 23 boxes and left them in the lobby with a note. "You were right. You deserve better than us. Good luck finding it." Consequences arrived on cue. Word gets around in a community that eats at the same tables for decades. The unacceptable clientele she mocked included 2 CEOs and a federal judge who loved Grandma's place. Her boss heard how she'd trashed Elena, an institution in this town, and suggested Bethany pursue opportunities elsewhere. The high society guys she tried to date knew the story or learned it fast. Old money protects its own. Bethany's shine faded overnight, but the twist came from Grandma. 3 months later, she hired Bethany as a dishwasher. Minimum wage, no special treatment. "She needs work, and I need someone to wash dishes," Grandma said. "She's young and stupid. I was too once. Difference is, I learned." Bethany took the job. Designer gloves turned to mush and industrial soap. Makeup surrendered to steam. She cried in the walk-in and kept showing up. She scraped baked-on cheese off hotel pans, hosed racks, stacked plates that fed families who had celebrated births, graduations, and memorials under those fluorescent lights and handwritten specials. Grandma didn't gloat. She watched. She taught. She told Bethany why the sauce rests in the cooler overnight, why the bread is delivered at 5 a.m., why table 12 matters, why peasant food keeps a neighborhood alive. After 3 months, Grandma handed Bethany a reference. "The girl who insulted me is gone," she told me. "The one washing dishes understands that this kitchen pays 30 people and has fed this town for almost 50 years. That's where the story ends. With Bethany at the sink, steam on her face, and my grandmother 90 years old, hands like stone and heart like a cathedral, showing her how to rinse a plate clean. Some lessons don't need a speech. They just need hot water, steel wool, and the humility to start at the sink."